Pernah tak anda perasan satu perkara yang pelik tapi nyata? Di Malaysia, pelancong asing datang tanpa tahu bahasa tempatan, namun tetap rasa selesa, yakin dan tenang. Mereka boleh bertanya, membeli, bergerak, malah berbual dengan mudah menggunakan bahasa Inggeris. Seolah-olah negara ini sudah bersedia menyambut mereka sejak langkah pertama menjejak kaki. Tetapi apabila situasi berubah ke Indonesia, ceritanya sedikit berbeza. Pelancong pula yang perlu menyesuaikan diri belajar menyebut beberapa ayat asas, memahami gerak tubuh, dan menyelami bahasa tempatan untuk benar-benar bergerak dengan lancar. Bukan kerana Indonesia tidak mesra, tetapi kerana pendekatan mereka lebih menekankan keaslian budaya dan identiti bangsa. Jadi persoalannya bukan siapa lebih hebat, tetapi mengapa pengalaman pelancong boleh terasa begitu berbeza. Walaupun kedua-dua negara serumpun, berbudaya timur, dan sama-sama indah, di sinilah kita bongkar satu realiti yang jarang diperkatakan. Teruskan menonton video ini.
Didn't know anything about Malaysia before coming here, but now I really love it.
Welcoming. Malaysian people is very kind people.
Yeah, it's very nice here. Yeah, nice people.
There's a lot of diversity, and I enjoyed it.
I love the food. The people are nice.
I saw that the place is very beautiful. I love using MRT because in my city, in my country, MRT is not very much.
And I was also very surprised that it was very cashless. Like I didn't need to get like any cash.
The airport is really good too.
It was very quick, maybe like 5 minutes to go through immigration. Like everything was electronic. Like I just had to scan my passport.
Good. Yeah, very professional, very modern. You know, because sometimes you think, maybe it's not so, but it has been perfect. You know, good. And also with immigration, everything with passport, it's so quickly done.
The people are very accommodating. They're very kind. They attend to your questions very well.
For me, since Bangkok was a little bit too much, I feel like it was too hectic. But here, I feel like even though it's a big city, I feel like it's not very overwhelming.
Maybe because my country is not as good as Malaysia. Actually, I think there is no improvement on Malaysia.
What you want to ask me, Ken?
I have a bag, please.
Huh?
I have a bag, please.
This one?
Yes.
I want to explain for you this.
Okay.
This is called potatoes, white potatoes.
Okay.
This is called groundnut. That means kacang tanah.
And this is called?
This called is fruit. I don't know the name.
You don't know the name. Okay.
Only we call that jering rebus.
Okay.
All of my people are telling me you need to come here and try Laxam.
Yeah, you need to try.
So I'm here.
Special one.
I'm here. Hook me up. The special one. So what makes it so special?
Special because it's a broth from fish and mutton.
Okay, cool.
You want to try some?
Yeah, give me an order, please. So you mix both of these?
No. This one is the famous for Kelantanese.
Okay.
This one Penang style. It's two different.
Kelantanese.
Kelantanese.
Yeah, well, everyone will kill me if I don't have Kelantanese. So yeah, we're doing Kelantanese.
When you come from Kelantan, you have to try this one.
That makes sense.
Yeah. You want laksa or you want laksam?
What's the difference between laksa and laksam? This has me confused. Hello.
Okay, this one is called laksam.
Okay.
Okay. This one is laksa. Laksa more like mee.
Oh, so it's more like just
Mee,
like
pasta.
like a pasta noodle.
Yes.
And this one is
You call it laksam.
like thicker.
Yeah, thicker than.
Wow, that's interesting. You know what? I've eaten this in many different countries. That style of noodle, I've never had this before. So this is going to be laksa.
This one is laksam.
Laksam. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because actually, I think in JB I had laksa.
Laksa Johor is it?
So now we're gonna have some
Laksam.
laksa.
Yeah.
Maxi,
Yeah.
this is one of the newspapers from the video that we made with you. Many people watched the video. Everyone is saying very good things about Maxi Krosny. Almost all together on different apps, 2 million people saw the video.
yeah.
Everyone is wishing good things. So we need to let Maxi finish reading the newspaper first. So one of the newspapers is The Sun and also some Malay newspapers. About Maxi speaking. Many people actually were asking, how did you learn English?
English school.
In the English school that time. The school you went to, what year was it?
67 or 68 like that.
19
I stopped 70 1. I fail mathematics.
During that time in Malaysia, schools were still in English.
Prime Minister Tun Mahathir. You know Tun
Yes,
Mahathir?
yes.
At that time,
Everything in school was in English.
Yeah,
Even
all-
mathematics was in English too in Malaysia.
all my subject all English. Except, you know, the
Like studies, religious studies.
all mathematics, science, history, geography, bahasa Malaysia only.
Many people were saying very good things. I hope that this video can bring more people to see Yolontong, buy Yolontong.
Small only. My food every day changing.
Oh, your food changes every day. What food do you sell?
Rice.
Today rice. Thank you so much. Oh, some more. have. And this is you and I sitting here. Remember? Dua tatarik. Terima kasih.
Di Malaysia, keselesaan pelancong asing bermula seawal langkah. Pertama, mereka menjejak kaki ke negara ini. Dari lapangan terbang, papan tanda pengumuman aplikasi pengangkutan, sehingga ke peniaga kecil di gerai tepi jalan, bahasa Inggris digunakan secara semula jadi. Pelancong tidak perlu berfikir panjang untuk bertanya arah, membeli makanan, atau menyelesaikan urusan harian. Mereka tidak rasa terasing, malah merasa dialu-alukan. Inilah yang membuat ramai pelancong berkata, Malaysia feels easy. Mudah untuk difahami, mudah untuk bergerak, dan mudah untuk menyesuaikan diri walaupun tanpa mengenali budaya tempatan. Secara mendalam, sikap rakyat Malaysia juga memainkan peranan besar. Pendekatan yang tenang, tidak memaksa, dan menghormati ruang pribadi membuat pelancong berasa selamat. Peniaga jarang menekan, suara tidak meninggi, dan bantuan sering diberikan tanpa mengharapkan balasan. Ini bukan sesuatu yang dibuat-buat untuk pelancong, tetapi sudah menjadi sebahagian daripada budaya harian. Apabila ada komunikasi lancar dan layanan bersahaja, pelancong tidak perlu risau akan salah faham atau ditipu. Rasa selesa itu terbina secara perlahan, tetapi kekal lama dalam ingatan. Berbeza pula pengalaman di Indonesia. Di sana, pelancong seringkali perlu menyesuaikan diri dengan persekitaran tempatan. Bahasa Indonesia menjadi alat utama komunikasi, dan penggunaan bahasa Inggris lebih terhad di luar kawasan pelancongan terkenal. Pelancong terpaksa belajar beberapa frasa asas, memahami konteks budaya, dan membaca situasi sebelum bertindak. Bagi setengah orang, ini satu pengalaman yang menarik dan otentik. Mereka merasakan diri mereka benar-benar hidup dalam budaya tempatan, bukan sekadar menjadi pemerhati. Namun realitinya pengalaman seperti ini tidak sesuai untuk semua orang. Pelancong solo, warga emas, wanita yang melancong bersendirian, atau mereka yang datang dalam masa singkat sering merasakan cabaran ini sebagai tekanan. Bukan kerana Indonesia tidak mesra, tetapi kerana pendekatannya lebih menuntut pelancong untuk belajar dan menyesuaikan diri. Ini selari dengan falsafah Indonesia yang sangat menjaga identiti, bersindir budaya nasional sebagai lambang penyatuan bangsa. Akhirnya perbezaan ini bukan soal siapa lebih baik atau lebih hebat. Ia soal pendekatan. Malaysia memilih untuk memudahkan pelancong dengan menyesuaikan sistem, bahasa dan layanan. Indonesia pula memilih untuk memperkenalkan budaya mereka secara lebih asli, walaupun memerlukan usaha daripada pelancong. Dua jalan yang berbeza, dua pengalaman yang berbeza, dan disitulah lahirnya persepsi bahawa Malaysia lebih selesa, bukan kerana keindahan semata-mata, tetapi kerana rasa difahami. Kita harus bangga menjadi rakyat Malaysia.
Do Malaysians want to keep Malaysia as a secret? Or do they want more foreigners coming in? Or do they want a balance as we have now in Malaysia with some foreigners but not too many? So as a context, I did a video 2 days ago talking about how Malaysia is underrated and that some foreigners that are very happy in Malaysia here, including me, wants to keep Malaysia as a secret. They don't want too many foreigners coming in because it might impact and change the place we love so much. But I ask local people, Malaysians, what do they think about it? And so many of you express your opinion on this. And I didn't plan it, but there were very clear 3 buckets indicating your sentiment to it. So I've decided to do a little assignment, calculate and put it in a chart and see the summary of what Malaysians think about it. Not to come back at you and you're doing some assignment and putting things in the charts, but it's pretty interesting. So let's go. There were a lot of comments, but the ones that could clearly indicate your sentiment were 137, and they were falling into 3 categories. Number 1, welcome foreigners, which included some conditions. Answers like this: welcome foreigners, but under the condition that they respect the culture, respect the tradition, they adapt to Malaysia, which obviously should be the case. Second category was keep it as a secret, like comments like this or like this, and I love the Wakanda analogy. Third category was keep it as a balance, so have some foreigners, but not too many of them. Okay, ready to see what you guys thought of it in numbers? First column with 43 clear answers, where welcome the foreigners here, which was very cute, and it was kind of clear that Malaysians are so diverse that they are very open-minded to welcome and mingle and host so many more people. Now the big reveal. You can clearly see that there was one clear we there. So the most common answer was keep it as a secret. And the third, the lowest number of answer was keep the balance. Thank you guys so much for sharing all your answers and insights on it. I really had a good time going through the comments. Let me know if you expected that this is the kind of a Malaysian sentiment for foreigners. And thanks so much for keeping me here and welcoming me here.
Akhirnya kita perlu faham satu perkara yang penting. Pelancong tidak mencari negara yang paling sempurna atau paling hebat di mata dunia. Mereka mencari rasa selamat, rasa difahami dan rasa dihormati. Dan disitulah Malaysia sering meninggalkan kesan yang mendalam. Apabila bahasa menjadi jambatan bukan penghalang, apabila senyuman lebih kuat daripada kata-kata, dan apabila bantuan datang tanpa diminta, pelancong tidak sekadar datang. Mereka jatuh hati. Ini bukan bermakna negara lain kurang baik. Indonesia dengan budaya yang kaya dan keaslian yang kuat, menawarkan pengalaman yang berbeza, lebih mendalam dan lebih mencabar. Tetapi untuk pelancong yang baru pertama kali melangkah ke Asia Tenggara, Malaysia sering menjadi tempat yang membuat mereka berkata, aku ingin datang lagi. Bukan kerana semuanya mewah, tetapi kerana semuanya terasa mudah dan manusiawi. Maka jika ada yang bertanya mengapa ramai pelancong asing selesa di Malaysia, jawapannya bukan pada bangunan tinggi atau teknologi semata-mata. Jawapannya ada pada sikap rakyatnya, cara kita berkomunikasi, dan kesediaan kita untuk memahami orang luar. Dan itulah keunikan sebenar Malaysia. Sebuah negara yang kecil pada peta dunia, tetapi besar dalam memberi rasa selesa kepada sesiapa yang datang